Welcome to our first episode and the season 1 of the HIS-jules Purpose podcast. I'm so excited to share my thoughts and inspiration with you. I know some of you are wondering, who is HIS-jules Purpose, what is HIS-jules Purpose, and what is this podcast about? I'm glad you asked. Some of you are already acquainted with me through your social media, but some of you will finally get to know me through this podcast. Today, I will share some background about myself and why I decided to start this podcast. So my name is Julie Ann Simpson. I was born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica. Some of you may know Jamaicans who may say they were born in Kingston, but in reality, they were born outside of Kingston. I was born in Kingston for real. Most people call me Julie. Some say Julie Ann, and others call me Jules. So that's my intro. Let me walk you back to my late teens. 17, 18, 19, I don't know. Somewhere around there, in my late teens, I felt as though my life had no purpose. So I began searching for a purpose. I have always loved God and believed in His existence, but I never knew Him personally. I heard about God, but my understanding of God was based on other people's beliefs and what I was taught. As a youth, I was exposed to Christianity, and I occasionally attended different churches. I never understood how to connect to God until I reached a boiling point in my life. And it was then when I decided that I need to find out if this God really exists. I was in high school at that time, and I studied different religions. Some of these religions include Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, and Rastafarianism. I was taught to pray a certain way. But one day I decided to have a real one-on-one talk with God, just in case He existed. Because of course I wasn't sure. So I decided to basically challenge Him to reveal Himself to me and to let Him know what my purpose is, if He's real. So I was open-minded and I decided to study the Bible, which at that time in my life I hated. Because to be honest, my perception of the Bible at that time and reading the old King James Version to me was boring. I could not understand it at all. At that time there wasn't as much versions of the Bible with modern English, so it was not going to be a fun time for me, to be honest. But it was something I was willing to do because, as I said before, I'd reached a boiling point in my life. I felt empty and I just felt as though there was no purpose. And I said, listen, if you are real, I'm going to find out. So I said, reveal yourself to me through these scriptures. That's how I literally prayed. I just kept it real with Him. I'm like, God, if you're real, show yourself to me and speak to me through these scriptures. And He did. He did exactly as I asked. And more importantly, He spoke to my heart and He revealed my purpose to me. He revealed the purpose that He has on my life. No, it wasn't anything dramatic. it was just this voice within. It was this inner peace. It was just this inner desire to know more about him. And it was just an experience. It's not something that one can really explain, but that the when God speaks to us, you'll know when he speaks to you. You know when he speaks to your heart. So I was just very grateful and moved that I took that step, and I decided that I'm going to be real with him so that I could truly understand and know. And this must have been in the early 2000s, maybe 2001, 2002. And this was the start of my spiritual journey and the birth of HIS-jules Purpose. So because I'm Jules and I belong to him, I belong to God, and he has a great purpose on my life. I am HIS-jules Purpose. So after that, and after the encounter that I had with the Holy Spirit, with God, I decided to use my talents to inspire, to encourage, and to motivate others to also find their God-given purpose. Now, over the years, this is what I've been doing. I've been using my social media platforms to share positivity and faith, inspirations with many people. My first social media platform was High Five, and after High Five was MySpace, followed by Facebook. Some of you, maybe you're too young. Maybe you have no idea what High Five is. You don't know what MySpace is. So there you go. I'm basically revealing my age. So over the years, I ventured onto different platforms such as Instagram and Twitter. I don't know, I wonder if High Five even exists now. Well, to be honest, I don't even know. So in 2018, the Holy Spirit spoke to my heart. It was one Sunday. I did not go to church, and I woke up that Sunday morning, and there was just this desire to create a blog and a website. The Holy Spirit had spoken to me, and he said, you need to create a blog and to build a website. Now listen, I had no prior knowledge of building a website. I had no knowledge how to build a website, and I've never written a blog before. But this is what God was leading me to do. So I was obedient, didn't know what to do, but thankfully I did it. So you will find my blogs on my website. Just go to HIS-jules-Purpose.com. That's HIS-JULES-PURPOSE.com. This is where I share my thoughts and inspirations. Why did I just decide to start a podcast? So starting a podcast is something I've been wanting to do for a while, but I've been procrastinating. I procrastinated many times. And it was during a recent meeting that I had with a mentor that I was pushed to start the podcast. In addition to pursuing my purpose, I've been pursuing modeling as well. This modeling has also been a passion of mine. And it was my model coach that basically motivated me to use my podcast to not only share HIS-jules Purpose, but to also share the other journeys of Julie Ann Simpson. So this is it. So basically, this is why I'm here. I'm here so that those who are listening, you'll be able to learn more about HIS-jules Purpose. This way, it will help me to better encourage and to motivate, and so that you can learn more about me as well as who I am, Julie Ann Simpson. And in this podcast, I definitely will explain how I discovered my purpose. I will share tips on how you can also find your purpose, because I am well aware that there are some people who they're still unaware of what their purpose is in life. A lot of people, they just feel as though they're just here, they're just existing, but it's like there's no purpose. But there is purpose, and if this is you listening and you feel like there's no purpose on your life, there is a purpose. And on this podcast, I will also share insights on faith, philosophy, and positive thinking. And I'll also share insights on society and relationships, and I'll share inspirational messages. Because this is what I'm about. This is who Julie Ann Simpson is. This is who HIS-jules Purpose is. I'm all about positivity. I'm all about motivational speaking. And you'll find this even in my blogs and my contents throughout social media. And with this podcast, I sincerely hope to inspire those who listen. I truly hope that I will inspire you to pursue your purpose and your passions. We all have unique gifts and talents and knowledge that we should pass on to as many people as possible to create a positive change in this world. If you ask me who inspires me, I would say my inspiration comes from above. Everything that I do is inspired by God and the purpose that He has on my life. My journey has been filled with many challenges and setbacks and hurdles. However, I am blessed to have positive influences in my life, people who encouraged me to overcome every obstacle. And because of this, I've been inspired to motivate and motivated to inspire other people to overcome any obstacle along their journey. So now that you have an understanding that HIS-jules Purpose is a reflection of God's purpose on my life, because I am Jules and I belong to God, and He has a great purpose on my life, I am HIS-jules Purpose. This podcast will inspire you to live a purpose-driven life and to think positively in your daily life. With everything that's going on in the world right now, there is a lot of toxic energy, fear, negativity, and hate. So it is important to surround yourself with people, with positive people who will lift you up and bring healing to your soul. And this is why I do what I do. Thank you to everyone who is tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you to my family, friends, and everyone who has been supporting my social media platforms over the years through your likes, comments, and shares. I also would like to thank all my haters and those who criticized me along my journey. You really empowered my success, so I'm forever grateful. When you're blessed, you're just blessed, and no one can stop the plans God has for you. Have a lovely day, my people. Until next time, you are like a precious jewel, and God has a great purpose for you. Find it, protect it, and use it to make a difference in this world. Thank you for listening to the first episode of the HIS-jules Purpose podcast. It was a pleasure being here with you today. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share this podcast. Please also like and subscribe to my YouTube account, my Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter accounts. You can find me on social media at HIS-jules Purpose. You can also visit my model page at Julie Ann Simpson, both on Facebook and Instagram. You will find more motivational content at my website at www.HIS-julespurpose.com. Have a lovely day. Until next time, bye.